Alright, what's up guys? Back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Amazon quad again because we had some problems with it. So my son was riding it and he rides it pretty rough, I'll admit. And all of a sudden he like stopped and got off and he was like, hey, something's leaking out of my four-wheeler. So I was sitting on the porch and I looked over and I could see like there was a steady stream, and right away I knew it was gas because that's the only other thing besides oil. It's gas. And you could just tell it was gas. So oh great. So I hopped down and ran over, and out of the overflow line and like the line that comes out of the bowl, gas was just leaking out of there like a sieve. The only thing I think it would be was the float. Now, instead of like taking it apart and replacing, fixing it, I had one ordered, and it came in the mail. I ordered a new carburetor, and it came in the mail. Obviously it was different because the other one had a choke, like the choke lever was different. The way the fuel line goes into the carburetor is different. And then I didn't take into consideration the size of it. So what I ordered was a 22 millimeter carburetor, thinking it was just going to be stock. It was just going to be easy swap. It wasn't. So what I had to do was the air intake. So the air intake was like a round box, with a filter on the inside, and then it connected to a couple of these different lines just for air and such like. So the new carburetor, once I had it mounted, so here's the new carburetor. I still need to secure these lines better. So that one goes, this bottom line goes down here, wraps right there. This one, when the old carb was just cut. So what I ended up having to do was get a new air filter ordered. Now we went ahead and ordered like this cold air intake filter style. End up that the air intake is a 38 millimeter instead of what the other one was, which was a 22, I think. So I ended up getting a bigger bigger carburetor than what it called for. So that's something to, if you don't know anything about these or anything about carburetors, you might want to verify that what you're going to get is going to be a direct replacement. Otherwise you'll think something's wrong, or you won't know how to fix it. Now, should I have done this with the quad being my kids? I don't know. He rides it around and it's been fine so far. Just got it all fixed up today. One thing was, when I fired it up for the first time, it idled like crazy. So I was under the impression, so like my other son has a XR50 Honda dirt bike, and the idle screw is right here. This isn't the idle screw. It took me a while to figure it out. This, I don't know if it'll focus or not. This gold screw right here, that's the idle screw. And that has to be screwed all the way in and just turned out just a little bit. Now, some other things I had to do was, if you're replacing your carburetor, is you have to remove the fuel or the throttle cable. So you just take this little cover off. It's set in there, so you can pop it out. It's just one cable. It's real easy. It's even easier because there's only one adjustment, and that's right here. You just pop that off, and then you can pull out the whole carburetor. It goes, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing. So there's the fuel filter. Under that is like this little elbow, and that's where your throttle cable goes. I ended up making it was easier for me to swap over some of the throttle parts in the carburetor to this one and take out the ones it came with, because it just kind of, like, I realized it was running better. I do have to trim this up. I realized it ran better, but I'm losing my train of thought here. The throttle felt like it wasn't like retracting like it should. So that's pretty straight on. What it was doing was, it was like it was coming back, retracting, like back to the neutral position, but it wasn't like there was a whole lot of like loaded tension there. So I reused some of the throttle parts in the old carb. Everything seems to be working. I got the idle just right. It took me forever to figure it out, but I got the idle just right. And when I fired it up, I realized that it almost sounds like a mini Harley. So I don't know if you can remember from the last video that I did on this of how it sounds, but it sounds pretty sick now, especially for a kid's quad. So let me go ahead and fire it up. So you can definitely tell there's a difference in the way it sounds. It sounds pretty sick, and it's still the stock exhaust. The only thing different is the carburetor's bigger, and it's got a cold air intake now. Let me get a couple videos of me driving it around. So like I said, I'm about 200 pounds at the time of recording this. I say that because I'm trying to lose weight. This thing gets me around pretty cool, pretty good. So, like I said, it's a lot of fun. The only thing I would say is that it's higher rate of speeds. These vibrate me. Now, I don't think that's a problem for the kids. I don't think they really notice it. I don't know if it's because of the weight or what. but the thing rips, and it's definitely sounds awesome. Definitely a lot of fun. So yeah, that's how to get your Amazon Quad to sound like a mini Harley Davidson. If you enjoy the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Take care. Have a great day.